Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the very first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I do want to let everybody know that the subscriber mode is currently enabled, meaning that if you wish to enter a comment, you need to be a subscriber. First of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channels. Yes, you heard it right, channels. And I'm going to be talking about that in a few minutes. So I just want to say a huge shout out to all of them who have subscribed. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media. And I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter in your devices. Now, I'm going to ask you to do the following if you have not done so. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do prepare content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. As you can see tonight, we're having open discussion. So, we're going to be talking about several topics. Before we do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share details on my Instagram, which is a motivational moment. I just want to say free use, free use, free use. Okay? Again, it's free use. So let me just give me a moment.
You stop being you. You stick a finger. Things got hard. You started looking for something to blame.
Okay, I apologize. It says that. It says that unfortunately I have three windows on, so it's like it's going to take a little time. Okay, let's see if we can get. Okay.
Stop being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame. Like a big shadow. You already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. And I don't care how tough you are, beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. You gotta be willing to take the hits and not point fingers saying where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
So, I want to even on a positive note. So that's the reason for the message, which is basically we're going to face adversity at times, but we need to have that determination to continue without giving up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the first topic, which I'm going to talk about. First of all, let me just give you a recap regarding Damar Hamlin. For those of you who are not familiar, he is a safety for the Buffalo Bills. And in a football game between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, um, he suffered a cardiac arrest and he was placed in intensive care in a hospital in Cincinnati. The good news is that he was discharged and is now recovering at home. So the fact of the matter is we got some good news, all of it, and I really do appreciate all those who show love and kept him in prayer. And I see here we have the future is golden. Good evening. How you doing? Thank you very much for stopping by. And let me let everybody know that the future golden has her own YouTube channel. She is a very articulate biracial person, and I'm going to ask you to please check out her content. And we also have the presence of Irby. Thank you very much for stopping. Okay. Now, I also have some more good news. This week, I actually reached 200 subs on Uncommon Sense. And for me, that is a huge achievement because of the fact that the matter is, to be perfectly honest, I didn't think I would be getting this much success, but it's all because of the love and support that I have received from all the members of the Uncommon Folk. So I just want to say thank you very much. Oh, and future, I just want to, before I forget, I just want to let you know that I made you a moderator on my channel. So now you have the authority to deal with the trolls as you see it fit. So I definitely am a moderator. Okay. And again, the fact of the matter is I didn't think I would be successful, but I was proven wrong. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do also, okay, what I'm going to do is, first of all, let me just drop the link. Now, this is going to be a little crazy because I'm going to try to. And Hazel, long time no see. Thank you very much for stopping by. Just give me a moment. I just want to drop the link. Okay, let's see. Come on. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, I'm doing, okay, oops. Okay. I'm doing fine, Hazel. Thank you very much. I know that you've been very busy, so I appreciate the fact that you stopped by. Okay. Now, let me just go into the reason I said channels, because now I'm going to have a second channel. Okay. And the name of the channel is called Golden Spirit Folk. And let me explain to you why am I doing this. I have tried to bring to attention the issues as it pertains to biracial and multiracial people. I decided, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop a separate channel just to deal with those issues. And actually, the first stream is scheduled to go on the air Saturday, January the 21st at 6 p.m. with the topic, what is the identity crisis? So in short, I'm going to be talking about the issues that biracial and multiracial people have as it pertains to identity, because those are us who have had close relationship with mixed people know that there's sometimes they have issues with identity. So I will be discussing that on my stream, and hopefully some of you do good people will come and support the new platform. What I'm going to do is I'm going to in a moment drop the link for the channel. Okay. Because unfortunately, since it's a new channel, therefore it's very hard to find it. But the name of the channel is called Golden Spear Folk. Now I did put the link, post the link. A couple people in Discord, but going forward, what I will be doing is I'm going to be putting the link whenever I do my streams, and hopefully you good people will come support the channel. Now, I've gotten a little bit of commentary by some people as far as why am I doing this. I'm doing this because I want to devote those issues on a separate platform. The original intent of Uncommon Sense was to deal with everyday issues. And it would be better served if I created a separate channel. So that's the reason why. And of course, I just want to let all the creators of the Golden Spear and MGMs and mulattoes and everything else that you do have my support, and hopefully you will support me. Okay, so that's the reason for my channel. I will be continue to talk about it on other streams leading up to the inaugural stream. Okay. Now, what I will do is I'm going to give a recap regarding the streams that I covered in the past. Just give me a moment because because I'm basically trying to do 20 months. Okay. So on Sunday, I had a discussion regarding what I like about the biracial community. Okay. So basically what I did was I highlight certain things that I found very, very wonderful regarding the community. Some of their, as far as their individuality, their diversity, the fact that they are, they are proud people, they're determined people, they do not quit for the most part, and most of them are very good people. And of course, in every group, you find good and bad in every group, but that's just the nature of things. And then on Tuesday, I did a stream regarding and the whole purpose behind that was that to explain, how I would say is a code of conduct for people who are going to be on these YouTube streets. Not just for the guests and the panel and the hosts as well. This is being sure that you're not being disrespectful to anyone on the panel or disrespectful to the host or anyone on the chat. And of course, now tonight, we're having another episode of Open Discussion. Okay. Now, let me just give you a preview regarding streams for next week. Okay. So I'm going to have 3 streams, my usual 3 streams. It's not meant to be controversial, but unfortunately, I'm sure some people treat it as controversial. So on Tuesday, I'm going to bring up discussion. Do we have a gender war? Now, this is something that's been discussed. So what Tuesday, we're going to separate the truth from fiction as it pertaining whether there is a gender war. And how can we deal with it? Okay. So what I'm going to ask people to do, I'm going to ask people when they come on the platform or come on the chat, just keep an open mind. Now, of course, we might not always agree, but the key is let's be agreeable when we disagree. Okay. And then let's see, on Thursday, I'm going to have a stream with the discussion. Do we have a pay gap among the sexes? Now, again, there's been a great deal of discussion going back and forth regarding the pay gap. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a discussion regarding whether the pay gap does exist or it is a myth. And I'm looking forward to members of both sexes to chime in to give their point of view. Okay. And again, let's be respectable when we disagree. Because I am a firm belief that we can learn through disagreements. I believe that. Okay. And then on Friday, the 20th, we will have another episode of Open Discussion, like what we're doing now on Uncommon Sense. And then on Saturday at 6 p.m., we will do our first live stream on Golden Spirit Folk. So let me just, now that I brought up the subject, let me just discuss it further. What I hope to achieve with the new channel. I'm hoping that on this platform, that it will be a safe space for biracial and multiracial people of all different types to come together and share their point of view. Also, I want to provide a safe space so we can discuss these issues. What's the problem is many times these people has been the victims of discrimination, also dealing with where they belong, who they should belong with. And of course, there's a whole host of issues which only they are facing. So the whole purpose of this is to have a safe forum so we can discuss it and see if we can come up with some sensible solutions. As far as how often I'm going to air from this platform, most likely it's going to be once a week or once every 2 weeks. First of all, and there's a reason why. First of all, I have another channel which takes up a considerable amount of time. Also, I've been doing a lot of overtime. So the fact of the matter is, I've been very, very busy, very busy. So it's kind of hard. Okay, so just give me a moment. So I'm sorry about that. So the whole point of the platform is to have a safe space so we can have a discussion. Okay. So I'm sorry about that. So that's the whole purpose of the channel. Now, everyone will be welcome to appear on the platform. I'm not going to discriminate against anyone. Now, I know there are certain platforms where they only allow biracial or multiracial people on their platforms. I don't have a problem with that because that's how people govern their platforms. If that's how they want to, if someone to choose to govern their platforms, that's perfectly fine with me. Okay, each host has the right to dictate in whatever fashion, as far as okay. Now, as I stated before, the first topic is going to be dealing with the identity crisis. And the reason why that's the case is because when you have parents, when one is phenotype and the other one phenotype, what happens is sometimes there's a struggle as far as what to belong, and others try to dictate who they should be identified with. I always had the belief that people should be allowed to identify themselves as they see fit, with logic. So that's the reason why. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link again. Now, to spare with me, guys. Okay. So throughout the stream, I'm going to be dropping the link to the channel and also dropping the link to join the panel. Now, the next topic is I'm going to be talking about is being in panels with haters. That's something that does happen every now and then, where I'm going to be sharing a platform with people that I had beefs with. Okay. Now, let me just state the following. I could be civil with anybody. Okay. And I can be cordial. All I ask is if anyone has a beef with me and we happen to be on the same panel, to give me the same courtesy. Or at the very least, don't address me at all. In fact, that might even be better. Okay? Because unfortunately, what happens is at times when we go to a different platform, we're going to share the platform with people that we may have an issue with. However, we need to be responsible adults and we need to maintain a sense of decorum. And it simply announces the fact that, we don't always going to get along with everybody. And that's perfectly fine with me. Okay? And I said it before and I'll say it again. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. If you don't want to deal with me, fine. Just leave me alone. Okay. Now, another thing I'm going to be talking about is what I call lunchtime motivational chats. What I'm going to be doing is during the week, usually around 12 o'clock, I'm going to do like a brief what's called motivational chat. And the whole purpose is to provide some words of motivation. Because we all know that there are people that sometimes are going through a lot of trials and tribulations. And sometimes it could be overwhelming when you're dealing with things like not being able to pay your bills, or you have a crisis because of your health, or you have a crisis because of a problem with your relationships and things of that nature. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to give a short video just to give you some words of encouragement. Something similar, well, it could be something similar to the video, well, again, which is free use. Okay. I'm just trying to do my part to be a positive source, and hopefully I could be a message of hope to people that are going through some difficult times. Okay. Another thing I'm going to be addressing again at times that I do try very hard to keep the same schedule, because I do owe it to the uncommon folk. I mean, some of you have come to depend that 3 times a week, usually around 8 o'clock or 8:30 or so, or even earlier, I will come on and we'll do a live call-in show. However, sometimes there might be a change. If that does happen, I will make a notification on my community tab. Also, to those follow me on Instagram, I will do so as well, which was the situation with one of my streams, which was why I like the biracial community. So I am mindful that people they give us something that they cannot take back, which is their time. So I do appreciate it. And I will try very hard to maintain as close a schedule as I can. Just bear in mind that some things changes, and I am doing a lot of overtime. Okay. And next thing I'm going to be talking about, this is a phrase that actually Denise Gonzalez coined, and that's called avoiding the circus. Now, what does that mean, avoiding the circus? That means trying to avoid the stupidity that goes on different platforms. Yeah. Again, what people do on their platforms, that is their own concern. There are people who love to keep things calm, cool, and chill, like I try to do on this platform. And it's going to be the same situation with Golden Spear Folk. And then you have who thrive on drama. I'm not going to hate those for doing that, but I am not going to allow it here. Okay? I do expect that whoever appears in the chat or appear on the panel will maintain some sort of decorum. Mm-hmm. And again, I understand people that have beefs with each other. It's time to enforce the law, so to speak. I mean, if you want to attack each other on your own platforms, knock yourself out. Not here. Not here. because I'm trying to maintain a safe space for all to share their point of view. Which leads me to the next point, respecting my neutrality. Now, let me explain to you what that means. Now, I understand that I appear on multiple platforms. And there'll be times where I'll be on platforms where the host has a beef with one person or with other people. Okay. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment. If it was beefing among each other. However, if people are going to be attacking people that I associate with, I'm gonna respectfully disagree, and there's nothing wrong in me doing that. Okay, I'm gonna respectfully disagree. Okay, and I'm not going to partake in their beefs. Okay. However, if the situation calls for it, if necessary, I will come to the aid of someone that's being attacked, particularly if it's more than one person. Now, why am I doing this? Okay. Well, first of all, it's one thing when two people have a beef. It's another thing when people spread lies or misconceptions regarding others. And we have seen this quite a bit. And I know people have commented about it, how this has existed a great deal in the Golden Spirit. Now, I'm not going to say that the Golden Spirit is free of drama. It is not. But I got news for you. There's drama in the Latino community. There's drama regarding the African American community. There's also drama regarding the LGBTQ plus community. In other words, there's drama in every community. Unfortunately, people like to highlight certain communities, and then people like to talk about and cast judgments, saying that everyone in a given community is wretched or bad. I know. I said this multiple times, and it goes on without saying. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. Does that mean I agree with you 100% everything you say or do? No. But who does? My closest friends do not agree with me 100% regarding everything that I say or do. And of course, they're going to express their point of view. And they're going to express their point of view whenever they perceive I'm in the wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to observe. If I am in the wrong, I have no problem admitting that. I don't look at that as a weakness. I look at that as a strength because I'm able to do a self-reflection and make corrections whenever it is necessary. So I'm going to ask everybody, please respect my neutrality. Okay? However, if I see someone being attacked, I will express my point of view. Which brings me to my next topic. Avoiding certain platforms. That's something that I've been doing ever since I created my channel and even before that, when I was a guest. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because it's an individual that love to create nothing but drama, that love to argue and fight and make a royal mess of themselves. Okay. Again, I I have no problem with how people govern their platforms. They can govern their platforms whatever fashion they deem appropriate. If they want their guests to get all rowdy, that's fine. That's not going to happen here. Here, both on Uncommon Sense and on Golden Spear Folk, I will do everything possible to maintain a safe space for everyone. And I will repeat, to express their point of view. Okay? And of course, at times, we're going to disagree. You know what? I don't have a problem. I think I'm mature enough to accept constructive criticism. And if I'm wrong, I will own up to it. Okay? Which leads me to the next point. Maintaining a positive environment. And let me explain to you what does that mean. That means an environment when anyone can, and if they wish, to enter comments in the chat or questions on the chat, or if they wish to make an observation, they can do so. Also, if anyone wishes to join a panel and express a point of view, they can do so as well. All I ask is please show some decorum. The last thing I want to hear is people arguing back and forth among the guests. The last thing I hear is people arguing with the people in the chat. Okay? Especially if they're expressing a view that people disagree with. Okay? As a general rule, I let comments where they disagree with me slide. And I will not challenge anyone. I might ask you questions for some clarification, but that's something totally different. And I see here we have a guest. I just want to let everybody know that the views of those who are panel are not necessarily the host. Copy the material without the consent of the host of the channel is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to your image. Some of the views that people might be offensive. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. And now I'm going to bring in.
Good evening.
Oh boy.
Good evening.
Okay. Oops. Okay, let me just give me a moment. Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
Okay, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How's everything with you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm just having another round of open discussion. I just sharing a lot of topics. One of the topics I shared was that I actually reached 200 subs on my platform.
Yay! I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Also, I'm creating another platform called Golden Spear Folk, to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about the issues.
I heard
Go
that.
ahead.
Like I think it was a couple of days ago. So I would actually
Yeah.
subscribe to that channel as well.
Thank you.
I mean,
Now,
okay.
I actually got. I'm sorry. Go
So
ahead.
what made all right?
Go
So
ahead.
what made you want to create this other channel? Was it like something that you've been wanting to do for the past months, or since since the biracial community embraced you and everything like that, you're thinking about bringing it about bringing the biracial community further. So what's behind that? That's what I want to know.
Okay. Um, I wanted to discuss. I wanted to develop a channel to deal specifically with biracial and multiracial issues. I could have easily continue on this platform, but I wanted to provide a special space so we can have the discussion. Because as you are aware, Don Armando, is that they have many issues. So I wanted to provide a
Yes.
safe space so those issues can be addressed. And one of them is going to be when it comes to identity. Good evening, Arturo. Thank you
Good
very much for
evening,
coming on.
Arturo. Yes. I mean, I got like a second channel, but I'm thinking, okay, what I'm gonna do, because I'm trying to still try to see if I can make this urban channel, and I'm trying to and I'm developing an idea, like, okay, to talk about the street channel, a street channel, I guess, for like the Dominican community or Hispanic community, because the reason why I'm thinking about that is because there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the streets that should not be, and I just want to have my channel like as an open space so people could actually talk with reason and everything like that, instead of beefing with each other. So that's what I'm thinking about, maybe doing it like around mid-June or so, if everything I do goes to plan.
Okay, cool. I'll be looking forward to it.
Yes.
Now, of course, I had a couple people who were not pleased with the new channel and what have you. I mean, look, with all due respect, everyone has their point of view,
Or
but the fact of the matter is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, facts. I hear you. I hear that.
Yeah. But, if I decided to create a space where multiple people can discuss the issues, what's the problem? Okay. Now, people love to talk about how there's drama with these circles. But let's keep it clear. Let's keep it a book. There's drama in our community. There's drama in the African American community. There's
Yes.
drama in the LGBT. So in every community, there's drama. But unfortunately, people like to cast their aspersions regarding the biracial, multiracial community, particularly when it comes to the Golden Spear.
Yeah, I seen, and I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I guess that. Well, we all know what happened, which I'm not going to say. But it's funny that I had to block a couple of individuals because of this, because I guess certain people, they want to bunch me. It's like this. I don't understand one thing. If I have a certain person on my platform, right?
Mhm.
And I'm just in my platform, I'm just we're just talking. How is it if a person has a beef with one person, right? And whatsoever. Why a person is going to try to bunch you to a beef when the fact is you didn't say anything negative towards the party or anything like that. But I guess that since I just had a person that they disagreed with, they wanted to bunch my name in. So on Saturday I had to do a blocking spree because of those things. So with that said,
Yeah.
I'm like I don't get it because in certain ways I see that there's immaturity right there, but yet if I never really said anything wrong and people want to talk like like they're supposed to like I'm supposed to govern my own platform due to the thoughts of other people, but yet at the end of the day it's my platform and I make the rules. So I don't see what's the problem when certain people are just
Yeah.
mad that you have a certain person that they don't like in their past platform. So
Yeah.
that's just me.
I just want to I just want to welcome the Al Show. Good evening, Al.
Hey,
Hey,
good evening.
how are you guys doing? I just a few minutes ago I was on my other channel. It'd been a while, and I was just doing my picks for the NFL playoff. First time I'd ever done that for any channel of mine on YouTube or on YouTube in general. So, yeah, I just came over. I assume there's been more. How should I say? More controversy in the biracial spaces on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess I
Yes.
have my name plastered all over, but I don't care.
Yeah. So I guess so were there disagreements on your panel, I guess?
Okay, this is what happened. As you know, I'm a fair guy and everything like that. Certain people they don't like a certain individual, right? So I had this certain individual. He came up and everything like that, and I'm not gonna go around and join the bandwagon of hating a person because yes, me and that person had our disagreements, but it was not public or anything like that. We settle our differences, we talk and everything, but yet since one individual has I guess a pending beef or whatever the case may be, or with one or couple individuals, I guess they're they wanted to put me in the mix, like, oh, since I'm hanging with folks and stuff, I just only saw part of the stream and I just went up and I blocked it because at the end of the day, I'm almost going to turn 40 years old and I do not have the time to or engage in how should I say in YouTube or social media ignorance because at the end of the day, I didn't do anything to anybody. I didn't disrespect anybody. I mean, as far as 2 or 3 weeks has come, but yet if a person is mad just because I had another person I had a person that they don't like on my panel, then they want to bunch me for something that I didn't do, speak lies on me and whatsoever the case may be. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm not
I've
going
seen
to.
that kind of thing before. Sorry to interrupt you, but I've seen that. I've seen that I don't know how many times on YouTube. Personally, people have people on panels I don't like.
Right.
And I may not want them on there, but it's not my channel. I can't tell them. I mean, I could tell them, hey, this guy needs to go. That's all I can do. I can't run the channel for anybody.
Exactly. Exactly. So my thing is that since I'm running my channel, whatever my case may be, they wanted, I guess, the people wanted to talk about me, bring people that didn't like me in my panel and stuff to think that there's so much experts. So my thing is that okay, since everybody wants to make sure that there's so much an expert, I just blocked them. I don't care if they make videos about me. At the end of the day, they could talk about me whatever they want because you can't really do anything to a person if they blocked you. You can't really do anything to a person if they're not talking to you, if they don't exist. So my thing is this. Why, if you're taking it so personal, that a person went up and expressed their views and I let them. Second, I'm just having my channel. My channel is always positive. So why is it that a person wants to go and disrespect people who have mental health issues and call them filthy and everything? So this is my thing. As you know, in the United States, everybody has mental health issues, right? But to go and denigrate people who have mental health issues or whatever the case may be, to call them filthy and all these other insults, I don't know what it is, but I think it would actually show the volume of a mental illness that person has. Because at the end of the day, people have feelings and people have people have families and so forth. So with that said, I think that I just think that certain people, when it comes to, I guess, anybody who has mental illness, whatever the case may be, is not to actually try to criminalize that person. But that's my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was on the platform, and this is my thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There might be times when I might share a platform with someone that I don't get along with. As long as we both can be cordial, who cares? Okay.
Exactly.
And if that person chose not to speak with me, that's even better. Okay.
Right.
Now, I was on another platform when I had an beef with someone, and I made it perfectly clear to the host. The host can invite whoever they see fit. Okay, as far as their platform is concerned, I'm going to hold the host responsible and make sure everybody is acts cordially. And if the host fails to do so, I'm gonna call the host equally responsible with the guilty party. Now, people don't like that type of thinking. Tough.
All right, I you know what? I actually respect that.
Yeah. Of course, Al, you have a different take because you don't allow anybody else on your platform at all. So I can just imagine.
No, I don't have StreamYard. Yeah, I don't have StreamYard. I don't have panels, so it's not a problem. And so that's why when I only can, my only perspective is somebody who is on panels who's observed it firsthand. So again, I think the worst that will happen, unless somebody starts talking to me, is maybe, I don't like this term, I never use it, but throw shade. I will throw shade, however that is, at people. As you can tell, that's not a phrase I use, but I was on a panel with somebody recently, with someone from another space, and I kind of let him know what I thought of his particular position on things. And again, you can't really, there's nothing you can do when you're not the host of a panel. And I've seen people make threats and demand that people leave. And you can do that, but there's not much you can do when you have somebody on a panel. And the best I guess the best way that I can think of, if you don't like someone on panel, the best way is to leave. I can tell you once, and people couldn't believe this. There's someone who I refused to talk to on a panel. She came up, and I refused to talk to this person. She came on the panel and she wanted to say stuff at me and get me to talk to her. She was on that panel for over 2 hours. I did not say a word to this woman for over 2 hours that I was on the panel. Because I thought, oh, surely she's going to leave. And no, she stayed. And I didn't say anything to her. I just shut my mouth for over 2 hours. And there were people in the chat who couldn't believe it. I don't know why they couldn't believe it, but one of the things that I do is silent treatment. I do silent treatment to people. They try to talk to me, or I'll talk to someone else. Another person got on a panel. I was talking to somebody else, having a conversation. She started screaming, and I just talked to this person. I said, I won't talk to that lady. I will talk to you. And I talked to her, and she couldn't stand it. So there are tactics that
I'm gonna try that one of these days.
Yes.
There are tactics that I
Al.
use against people. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard, but I'm creating a new channel called Golden Spirit Folk.
Yeah, vaguely. I heard. I think I saw your post. Did you do a post on it, like a community post?
Yes. Actually, I'm going to do that tomorrow. So let me explain to you the reason why I came up with the platform. I wanted to create a separate platform to discuss issues as it pertains to biracial and multiracial people. Now, I can discuss this easily do it here, but their issues are rather unique. So it deserved to have a separate platform. So Saturday, January the 21st, I will have my first live stream on Golden Spirit Folk.
Okay. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm just going to warn you, Jose. You know your channel's going to get targeted.
Yeah.
I'm just warning you in advance, because that's going to be see fresh meat to, I'll just call them as I normally do, the odd couple, Oscar and Felix. They're going to be chomping at the bit or champing at the bit to come after your channel. And there are going to be others that are going to come after that. Because they're going to say, what is somebody who isn't biracial, isn't multiracial doing with a channel about that? So,
all right.
I thought it was only fair that I should note that, because, I think at least a couple people, maybe more. I don't know what kind of support mechanism, if they have one, that the odd couple have, but I just thought it was fair to warn you about that.
Well, I appreciate.
All right, so if
go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, for example, right? Since you and I were both Hispanic, right? So if a person, I guess, is trying to govern on what a biracial person is, or whatsoever the case may be. I mean, if you actually look at most Caribbean Hispanics, the ones that actually know what they are and everything, technically, most Caribbean Hispanics are not pure anything. If you get my drift, you get what I'm trying to say? So I'm not saying
mestizo. It's a mestizo. Technically, it's mestizo, and depending on what part of Central or South America you're from, or the Caribbean, for that matter.
Right. So I'm just saying, most Caribbean Hispanics are, genetically mixed. So if you feel that that the biracial community embraced you and everything like that, and you want to talk about those issues, I think you would be doing perfect representative. Yeah, you're not an American biracial, but you are a mixed person. You are a mixed individual. I think you are. So when it comes to, I guess, other people who are mixed with whatsoever, when it comes down to the Caribbean and maybe Europe or Canada or United States of that matter, who are, I guess, Oscar and Felix, right? Who are they to have a right to judge who should be biracial and who should not be, when the fact is the spectrum of biracials, I'm just saying of people who actually mix with each other, could be actually far higher, and everybody have different experiences than other people. So that's just my take on it.
And my take on it is the following: Latinos are mixed to begin with, so we're multiracial. Okay, if there's certain individuals that have an issue because I decided to create a separate platform and discuss those issues, they can kick rocks. Okay, and
Yep.
even if I was, let's say, I was pure whatever,
Right.
I have the right to govern whatever I say and do my platform. Okay, that's a fact. And I'm gonna have haters. I know that. Um, I'm not gonna mention those names because we all know who we're talking about. But I prefer, to keep it to keep it positive. And with all due respect, someone that's from Canada has no business telling people from the United States how to govern their actions.
Yeah, and talking about the Canadian, I don't know, but as you know, I've actually said that how should I say? To put it more bluntly, I think that for some reason he actually gives me pharmaceutical vibes, if you know what I mean. So
Mhm.
so with that said, since that person gives gives me a lot of street pharmaceutical vibes, I mean, by the way that he pronounced words and maybe his nasal cavity or whatever the case may be, I actually, for some reason, he gives me pharmaceutical vibes. That's all I'm going to say.
Well,
Ah,
first of all, I want to acknowledge the fact
pharmaceutical
that Grant
vibes.
mentioned thing. It's in the
Oh,
chat. Good evening, and I'm trying very hard to keep it classic
oh.
because I can easily go into another
I got to
roast,
use that
but that's not the
pharmaceutical
whole
vibes.
purpose.
I mean, yeah, I was
But
just
I'm
I was
trying.
just thinking like, okay, because think about it. Everybody, they have words and everything like that, and since certain people will have words and everything, so I was like, okay, since that person has pharmaceutical vibes, because I
I
guess
love that.
pharmacy or pharmaceutical derives from, I guess, the Greek word pharmakia, and the United States, they're actually big on the war on pharmacies. So that's what I say, pharmaceutical vibes.
Or let's just say they get high on their own supply.
Yeah, that too. But
That's that's a that's
Well,
a harsher way of putting it. I love that pharmaceutical vibes. I usually call it
uh,
they're in orbit. They just launched and they're in orbit. Uh,
Okay. Let's see if we can try to keep this from becoming another roast champ because I mean I'm not trying to do a roasting tonight. I'm just trying to have a chill
Yeah, I hear you.
a chill stream. That's but look, when everything is said and done, every creator has a right to govern how what they say on their platform. There's also a responsibility as making sure there's both on the panel and the chat are cordial with each other. Now, I know I'm gonna hate. People are gonna come to me, not just our friends, so to speak, but other people. And the fact of the matter is this: um, I'm trying to provide a safe space. You don't like it? Block me.
We'll see.
Well,
Well, another news. Well, you got the it's just that you have certain people that just are gatekeepers. So at the end of the day, I just don't I just don't rock with gatekeepers. You know, the ones that say that they represent a community, but sadly nobody knows them. And the other who says that he represents a community, but he ran away from the United States after breaking a window. So I can't rock with none of them.
well,
That's me.
I mean,
This is funny. They say that I was black, I was this and that. Well, guess what? I'm still going to say what I'm going to say. So at the end of the day, I'm a mixed Dominican, but mostly I call myself a black Dominican. So that's it. But other than that, Al, who do you think is gonna be the Super Bowl champion?
It's funny. I
hmm,
haven't gotten that far.
let's.
I don't want to get that far yet because I got to see how this weekend pans out. Um,
Because it
if
was
I
like
if,
because I saw
if
the last Sunday
sorry.
everybody in Philadelphia was wearing the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if there was a game that was played or not. So you could tell me about it because everybody was actually in high spirits saying that we're going to take this year. So I don't know because I didn't see the game.
Well, I mean, the Eagles have a very good year this year. There's no doubt about that. Won their division, but um, I don't know. I'm certainly no Eagles fan. Not a
Right.
fan of the Eagles. So I would say, again, I don't want to say who's going to the Super Bowl. If I have to say what the expected team should be going, it should be Buffalo Bills in the AFC. It should be, but they gotta do what it had. They've got to make it happen if they're going to go. I'm not a Bills fan, so I don't particularly care one way or the other if they do. But if they're going to do it, this is the year for them to do it.
Yeah.
I
Which
see. We got a Seahawks fan here. They
yeah.
just got in. Seattle just got in. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for
Which
Seattle and the 49ers. 49ers are good. 49ers have another good year this year.
I,
So
For some reason, I do not like the 49ers. Maybe it's because of a old supervisor I have,
Right.
but I don't.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't
I've
like.
never been a 49ers fan. I've never been a 49ers fan.
I can never
So,
really be
but
a
they do have a good team this year. I do like what I see with the 49ers. Go ahead.
and for some reason out here in Philadelphia, they hate the Cowboys. I mean, we're in
Well,
New York
yeah,
Cowboys
for
too,
obvious reasons. They're in the
but
same division. So
yeah,
division rivals.
yeah.
Well,
So
I'm no fan of the Eagles either. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm no fan of the Eagles either.
Dad, it was like for some reason, it's like when this is one thing that I do not like when it comes to sports, right? I can
Uh,
understand you're a fan of a team and you watch it on TV and whatsoever. But this is my thing. If you're a consistent fan, right, and you never
yeah.
been to like maybe the home base to where your team is at, are
Mhm.
you really a fan? I'm just asking that question because I see a lot of people. They say they're from Green Bay.
Uh-huh.
They watch the Green Bay team or whatever. They say, hey, we're gonna take it this year, but never once they ever actually been to the home base. Or let's say if Green Bay is playing in their city, they actually went to this stadium to say, yeah, I'll rep on Green Bay or whatsoever the case may be. So
Well,
so
yeah,
I don't
very few NFL fans are going to be able to go to an NFL game
really.
and spend money on season tickets for an NFL game. That they're going to see it on. They're going
Yeah,
to see it in a bar. They're going to see it on at home. They're going to see it elsewhere. Right? I've never been to an NFL game. I've been to a Major League Baseball game in
Uh,
Seattle, by the way, when I lived in Seattle. But
uh,
I've never been to an NFL game.
yeah, I've been to
Or NBA game,
the major baseball and basketball game. But me
Mhm.
personally, even though I'm from New York, I do not like the Knicks. I mean, they disappointed me in
Oh, you
1998.
don't like the Knicks and you're a New Yorker. Okay. Wow. Okay.
I
I
mean,
just,
um,
I'm
if I can
just don't go on,
excuse
just
me,
don't go on radio or TV in
excuse
New
me,
York. Saying that,
can
that's all I
I
can
just
say.
chime in?
I'll say it because at the end of the day, there's a lot of New Yorkers who are like me,
Excuse
and they feel the same sentiment.
if I can just chime in.
Mhm.
I think what's going to happen is the four teams that's going to make it to the conference final are Philadelphia, San Francisco, Kansas City, and Buffalo. Now that's going to be I think it's going to be probably um, the 49ers against the Chiefs. That's just my thing. It's not anything, whatever. It's just my feeling.
It might have been that way last year, frankly. Uh, 49ers, I think, should have gone last year. Rams had a good team last year, but the 49ers should have gone to the Super Bowl last year, and they didn't. Oh, you know what? Was it Arturo? Yeah, you know what? When I was back in Seattle, oh boy, that was. It's very ugly when a team leaves a city. That's all I'll tell people about pro teams.
Oh
I was
yeah,
in Seattle when the Sonics were gone. I don't know how long they've been gone, but I saw graffiti and all kinds of stuff around Seattle. Wow, that was one bitter pill for people in Seattle to swallow.
wow,
Oh, I mean that's like a romantic breakup. I mean, people take sports seriously in these cities. I'm not kidding.
yeah,
They take it seriously. And I will say this: I was living in Seattle when the Mariners went to the playoffs. There's nothing like a city when a pro team is in the finals or in the playoffs or finals. it's electric. I will say this to anybody, I'll say this to anybody. It's electric. There's nothing like it. That city was rocky when the Mariners win. And I'm not a Mariners fan. I'm not a Seattle Mariners fan. I'm a Chicago Cubs and Boston Red Sox fan. But that city was rocky, and that city was on fire when the Mariners were in the playoffs. Even I had to admit, wow, this is pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty fun time. Fortunately, they didn't go further. But
yeah, particularly that year when they won like 116 games and they got beaten by the Yankees.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about
that. But I'm not a Mariners fan, but it was I have to admit, it was a little exciting to see it. There's nothing like it. It was quite something. I don't even know. I mean, I just got a little of that. Yeah, well, you got to understand, it felt like there was a lot of pent-up energy in Seattle when the Mariners made it to the playoffs. It was like years of frustration finally got released.
Yeah, I think when the Eagles won, I think it was years of frustration because as soon as they won, everybody started. The city was wild. People were eating crap on camera and everything like that. So it was a crazy time.
Oh yeah, I believe it because Philadelphia had been to they'd been to a Super Bowl once. They got beaten by the Raiders. But there were like a lot of teams in the NFL, a lot of cities in the NFL cities where they're waiting for. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Arturo. Yeah, I remember when they made it to the playoffs. It was pretty exciting. It was a little exciting. It was a little bit of fun, I have to admit. But yeah, the only reason that I liked the Eagles winning the Super Bowl is they beat New England Patriots, who I can't stand. I can't stand the Patriots at all. I'm happy to go for the Eagles and see them win. And they won. I was very happy for them. It's the only time I was ever happy to see the Eagles win. Was that I was very happy. Hey, good for Philadelphia.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed the 2000 World Series and watching the Yankees beat the Mets in their own home park. I have a younger brother, so the entire who won the World Series in the year 2000.
Well, yeah, and I guess I sure you were, but I wasn't. I'm not a Mets. I like the Mets. I'm not a Mets fan, but I am a Boston Red Sox fan. So anytime I see the Yankees anywhere, never happy. Never happy.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think the Patriots are kind of like the evil empire.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, that's a good way to put them. Yeah, evil empire. I would agree with that. Yeah, I can't stand the Patriots. Yeah, I've never liked the Patriots at all. Even before they were a successful franchise, I couldn't stand the Patriots. Yeah, I remember when the Eagles. I actually was at some, was it a bar / nightclub or something like that. I was watching Super Bowl somewhere on an enormous screen, easily the biggest screen I'd ever seen. It must have been like a movie size screen. I saw the Super Bowl, obviously the biggest. And there was a guy. There was a guy in my team, I was with several people, and one guy was like, F Tom Brady, F Tom Brady. I just loved hearing that. And of course, the Eagles screwed that up. They really screwed it up because they had, a pretty decent team. I didn't like the Eagles, of course, but they had Donovan McNabb, Andy Reid, coaching and all that, and they really blew that Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, does anyone like Tom? I guess people in Tampa Bay like Tom Brady, but I don't know who likes Tom Brady now.
Good question. Does anyone remember the one-game playoff between the Yankees and the Red Sox in Fenway Park, and how the Yankees won? I mean, talking about a collapse. I mean, how you managed to have a 14-game lead over your arch rival, only to lose it all. I mean, talking about major collapse and whatnot.
Well, I'm at this point. I got to see the Red Sox win 2 World Series, so I'm happy. Mm-hmm. They got back finally, and they won 2 World Series. So. Mm-hmm. I can die happy. And the same with the Cubs. They managed to get to the World Series and win. So no, I can die happy now. I can die happy. Not right away. No. But eventually, I hope. Well, yeah, I'm sure people are saying that in Seattle. Yeah, I think Seattle was wise to get rid of Russell Wilson. Good move on Seattle's part.
Mm-hmm.
Good move on his part.
Yeah.
Geno Smith was a decent. I mean, he's an okay quarterback, but I think he's done a pretty good job there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But believe me, I'm ready for the circus to begin once I start airing on my other platform.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't have to wait for the circus if you block them.
I know. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be blocking people. Okay, and I know the Peanut Gallery is going to be doing their thing regarding, well, let the haters be the haters.
I think probably
it would be nice if the man
with something like this. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, talking about the Peanut Gallery. Isn't it funny when you see 2 people who actually are the representatives of the Peanut Gallery get into an argument? It's like it feels like it's trash taking out itself.
Yeah. I mean, they. I don't know. I mean, I think they. I don't really know how much of a support system that Oscar and Felix have over there. So I really just don't. I'm sure Evil Roy Slade and Dr. Evil have a number of subscribers. But again, I don't really know the extent of it. You know what you hear, and then a little of what you see. So, but
the individuals that you speak with, they do have their supporters. Okay, everyone has supporters, and I'm just trying to maintain high road, so to speak.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I don't know what people see in them that's interesting. I don't know, or maybe they don't see anything and it's just a place to hang out. I don't know.
You know what? I don't know, and I don't care. Either way. 2023, I have two goals. Try to limit the amount of stress as much as possible and be the best version of myself.
Hmm. Sounds like it. Sounds like a feasible goal.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit back and with some popcorn and just observe all the unique situations that occur and watch the circus, be the circus. Meanwhile, I'm gonna continue to produce quality content and be the best version of me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe I have one goal this year also. I would like to actually meet this bodybuilder guy by the name of Robert Frank, because he actually has a
Mhm.
lot of he's been producing content for years and everything like that. And he's actually funny to listen to when I'm actually working out.
Okay. Sounds like
I don't
a
know.
plan.
You know, see 2023. Yeah, get out of here. Primarily, you know, back to the mainland, and you know, maybe I was just watching a documentary yesterday. I hadn't seen in over 20 years. I don't know. Maybe get back to a little of what my previous life was like. A more movie centered and film centered life, which I kind of got away from the last 12 years. So I don't know. Maybe I hope to do that.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. I do plan to do some. Um, I want to take one international trip and one domestic trip, mainly to the West Coast.
Same here.
Yeah.
Mm.
And look, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And let people spun their little misconceptions, because when everything is said and done, people know who I am. Um, I'm going to start to wrap this up because I do have to, because believe it or not, I'm working tonight.
I hear you.
Oh, more overtime,
you
is
know,
it?
Well,
would you
shoot.
believe? Would you believe within the last week, within the last 3 weeks, I've done 104 hours of overtime?
Wow.
I guess
I
it
wish,
is believable at this point.
So let the circus be the circus. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I see here Arturo's planning a trip. Um,
I have a question to ask Arturo.
it'll be interesting to see how it is. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, Arturo, I know you said that you're gonna renew your passport or anything like that, but do you have like double citizenship or something like that? I'm just asking because with your extensive background.
That would be an interesting question. Look at this.
Yep.
But you know what? It's all good. Okay. I'm not sitting in someone else's garage talking about the same thing 89 gazillion million times. I'm not doing reaction video regarding people that I'm not escaping to another country because of whatever. I'm just
Okay.
being productive.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I see he has only a citizen.
Oh, I was just saying like if because I'm about to hopefully get my other citizenship soon. So I don't know if they have certain places have a lot of consulates. So if they have that, I guess that's those countries have their own consulates or whatever. I think it'll be a great thing for you to actually get that double citizenship because there's a lot of places that do not like that do not like Americans. So the reason why I was just actually spurring to that because there's a traveler by the name of Pete Santarello. So when he went to Iran, he actually showed his Italian passport since he has double citizenship with the United States and Italy. So that's how he was able to get into Iran. And he was actually showing like all the nice places and such within that place. I guess this was before you know, the riots and such. So
Okay,
I see.
interesting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to take final remarks because I do have to get ready to go to work. So Al, what is your final remarks?
To those of you watching the NFL this weekend, hopefully you beat the spread. And on that note, I bid you farewell.
Good night, Al. Please be safe.
well, my closing remarks is that I wish you much success in your new venture. And since this is early in
Thank you.
2023, um, I'm gonna be in more positive spaces and less in negative spaces, and I'm gonna still stand firm on who I am. And with that note, I hope everybody have a blessed night.
All right, take care, Don Armando. Please be safe.
You too, Don Jose.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my final remarks. Okay. Yes, I know this is a little bit shorter. Well, we'll see about the Seahawks. I know this is a little bit shorter than usual, But we did discuss a lot of topics. And to be perfectly honest, going into 2023, I'm trying to avoid the roast sessions. Once in the blue moon, it's okay. But after a while, it's, it creates a reputation of being a smoke channel. And that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm just simply doing is just discussing topics and trying to come up with logical solutions. As always, I appreciate everyone who appeared on the chat. Okay, I'm not going to stop naming names because unfortunately I'm going to forget someone and I don't want to overlook anyone. And I do appreciate the fact that the Owl Show and Don Armando appear on the panel. So my next stream will be going on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And the topic of it will be, is there such a thing as a gender war? There's been a lot of discussion about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to separate the truth from the myth. And then we'll let the facts decide. So I'm going to ask that if you have not done so, please subscribe to Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron and Golden Spear Folk. The link is in the chat. Now I know that it usually takes about 24 hours before the chat appears, so just be patient. And of course, anyone can leave a comment after the stream is over. Let's just keep it positive. That's all I'm going to say on that. And then on that note, this weekend we're going to have some interesting football. And we'll see what happens. We'll see who advances and who does not. Okay. That being said, I thank you all, particularly those who gave something that they never got back. It's their time. I really appreciate it. So that being said, this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Wishing all you good night, and let's be good to each other. Take care.